Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast this time. I'm George, will accompany you in a casual chat while discussing a very important topic for everyday life, how to manage your time. We've all experienced times when it feels like 24 hours a day is never enough to get everything done, right? Well, today I'm not alone. I've got an amazing guest. She is a very active young professional, and has various activities but still manages her time well. Let's just welcome her, Lucy. Hello, Lucy. How are you?
Hello, George. Good news. Thank you for inviting me here. It's great to be able to chat with you today.
So happy to have you here, Lucy. Let's just have a casual chat. No need to be formal. We're all curious. How do you stay productive amidst your busy schedule?
Wow, what an interesting topic. I also feel that time management is very important. Sometimes I'm still learning, but I'm happy to be able to share my experiences here.
Awesome. But before we get into the main conversation, I want to tell the listeners that there is no one-size-fits-all method for time management. What works for Lucy may not work for others, but hopefully, it can be an inspiration for all of us.
So for those of you who are listening while working, studying, or relaxing at home, prepare yourselves to get useful insights from this chat. Let's get started.
Lucy, if I may ask, how do you usually start your day? Is there a special routine that you always do?
Sure, George. I always start by making a list of things I have to do that day. I usually write it the night before so I don't have to think too much in the morning.
Wow, that's cool. So you already have a roadmap for the day from the start?
Yes, that's right. But I'm still flexible. If something urgent suddenly appears, I adjust it again.
Interesting. But what if you've made a plan but something happens that ruins it?
Well, that's the challenge. I usually try to prioritize which is the most important first. If there's something that can be postponed, I postpone it. If everything is important, I ask for help or delegate tasks if possible.
That's a great tip. Sometimes we like to think that we have to do everything ourselves.
That's right. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that we know our limits.
Totally agree. Now, talking about priorities, how do you determine what's important and what can be postponed?
I usually use the Eisenhower matrix principle. So I divide tasks into 4 categories. Important and urgent, important but not urgent, not important but urgent, and equally unimportant and not urgent.
Wow, that's like the concept of productivity that is often discussed in time management books.
Yes, that's right. I first learned about this concept from reading a book too. Then I tried to apply it in my daily life.
If I may ask, what book inspires you the most about time management?
I like The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. There are so many insights that can be applied.
Oh yeah, that book is legendary. So when you're hectic, what do you usually do so you don't get overwhelmed?
I stop for a moment, take a breath, and try to reflect on what's making me panic. Sometimes I just need a short break to clear my mind.
That's true. Sometimes we're so busy that we forget that taking a break is important.
That's right, George. I believe that productivity isn't just about working continuously, but also about knowing when to stop and recharge.
Now, speaking of recharging, what do you usually do to refresh your mind?
I like going out for a walk, listening to music, or chatting with friends. The important thing is not to touch gadgets for a while.
Great. Sometimes we need to disconnect to reconnect with ourselves.
Totally agree. George, I'm curious. How do you manage your time?
Wow, back question. I usually make a daily priority list too, but sometimes I use time blocking. So I divide my time into certain blocks to focus on doing certain tasks.
Time blocking is interesting. Are there any challenges?
Absolutely. The main challenge is distractions. Sometimes there are calls, chats, or notifications that can break your focus.
That's right. Notifications are often very distracting. How do you overcome this?
I usually turn off notifications when I'm focused. If it's urgent, people will call me right away.
That's great. So you can still focus without worrying about missing important things.
Now, Lucy, if you were to give tips to listeners who often feel like they don't have enough time, what would you recommend the most?
Start with time evaluation. Record your daily activities for a week. Then see which ones can be optimized or reduced.
That's true. We often don't realize that we spend time on unproductive things.
That's right. And don't forget to give yourself enough rest. Productivity is also about balance.
Totally agree. But sometimes some people say that resting is a waste of time. What do you think about that?
I believe that proper rest makes us more productive. Our brains also need time to reset.
I agree. If we keep pushing ourselves, the results may not be optimal.
That's right, George. Especially if we work creatively. Rest is important to get fresh ideas.
Wow, Lucy, our chat was really insightful today. Thank you for sharing so many things.
You're welcome, George. Hopefully listeners can benefit from our chat.
For listeners, hopefully this chat can help you be wiser in managing your time. Don't forget to follow this podcast for more exciting chats.
See you again, George and all my friends. Stay productive.
Amidst. Amidst is a preposition meaning in the middle of or surrounded by. Example: amidst the chaos of the protest, she managed to remain calm. Appears. Appears is a verb that means to seem or give the impression of being something or someone. Example: he appears tired after a long day at work. Ruins. Ruins refer to the remains of something that has been damaged or destroyed over time. Example: after the earthquake, the town was left in ruins. Postponed. Postponed means to delay or reschedule something for a later time or date. Example: our flight was postponed because of the snowstorm. Divide. Divide means to separate something into parts or groups. Example: I will divide the cake into 6 equal pieces. Fellow. Fellow means a person in the same position, involved in the same activity, or sharing a similar interest. Example: she enjoys spending time with her fellow students in the library. Rely. Rely means to depend on or trust someone or something for support or help. Example: he doesn't rely on anyone, preferring to solve problems on his own. Brave. Brave means showing courage, especially when facing danger or difficulty. Example: she was brave enough to speak up in front of the whole class.
Thank you for watching. To improve your English skills, don't forget to practice every day. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and comment.